our 7th concert live here at Teachín Ceoil. We've done one a month for the duration of this pandemic so far, starting in March, and this is our 7th. This month I'm playing on the big guy, the big fiddle, my viola. So back in the ancient times, back when I was younger, I was a classical violist, and I left that world a long time ago, but I still have the viola, and I still play tunes on it now and again. It's not very friendly for playing with other instruments, because either I'm in awkward positions to play in the proper keys most of the time, or I'm playing a fifth below if I play the same tunes as if I'm playing it on a fiddle. It ends up being a fifth below. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, because I'm playing on my own, so I get to do what I want, I suppose. But this concert is made up of tunes that use that nice low string a bit. So I hope you enjoy. That first set of tunes was the music in the Glen, the Shoemaker's Daughter, which is an Ed Reedy tune, and Paddy Taylor's. Nice big reels to start off. I'm going to continue on with a couple of jigs now. The first one, is called Trainors. And it's a very common tune. I have no idea where I came across it initially. It's a very happy tune. And the second tune is The Rabbit in the Field. And I learned this tune from my good friend Melanie Nolly many years ago. And it is, again, one of the happiest tunes I know. And it uses the full range of the fiddle. So it's good tune for this guy. I think I need a little more caffeine here. All right, here we go. inspired by good fiddly friends of mine. I played this next set in the Tunes for Friends concert I did back in April. I think it was April. I got these two from my friend Belle Isakova, who used to live in LA and play tunes with us on a very regular basis. And so she got these. These have been recorded several times by various fiddle players. Peacock's feathers. And the first one's nice and dark and growly, suits this. The second one's quite a bit happier, but I figured, you know, if I'm going to play the one, I might as well play the other. This will be the Peacock's Feathers hornpipes. All right, let's see. Starting to get a little more settled in playing this guy. I think I'm going to continue on with a few reels now. The first one is Eddie Kelly's. The second one is a Paddy Fahey tune. And the third one is the Daisy Field. Eddie Kelly's is a tune written by Eddie Kelly, Roscommon fiddle player fella. Paddy Fahey's is Paddy Fahey, instrument player, or Galway, I'm sorry. Paddy Fahey's from Galway. And wrote many, many tunes, all of them, as far as I know, referred to as Paddy Fahey's. And the third one, the Daisy Field, I got out of O'Neill's probably getting close to 20 years ago now. So it's been fermenting a while, and I haven't looked it up in a while, but we'll see how close it is to the actual tune when I find it again, I suppose. But they're all tunes that use the full range of the fiddle. They're all written for the fiddle, and I'm pretty sure Daisy Field was as well. It goes down low and growly. So here goes. See how this works. that first tune justice. Oh, sorry about that. All right, I think it's time to calm down a bit. Roasting over here. I'm going to play a slow air. I think that the time has come for a slow air. So this is one of the songs that's, you know, relatively happy, as Irish songs go. It's called "The Green Fields of Canada." It's an immigration song that has a lot of verses, many of which are not commonly sung when the song is sung. And but this poetry in some of the verses is just amazing. Unfortunately, in some of the ones that are not sung as often, there's one where the first half of the verse is just great, and it talks about farewell to the homes and the dances in the homes now deserted, where I don't know, the fiddlers and dancers and striking the floor with dance shoes and people shouting and having a great time is described in one of the verses. I can't remember all the words right now. But the second half of that verse is a little more violent, so it's left out. And then there's another verse that talks about Canada, about salmon and sturgeon in the rivers, and big pines, several hundred feet tall, and things like that. And it's another great verse that's not often sung. So if you hear it sung, it's a great song. But it's worth looking up the poetry as well. So the Green Fields of Canada, and yeah, I'll give it a go. The first one, what is the first one? Oh, Timmy Clifford's. The first one, I think Solas played this or something. It was one of the bands like that played it, and it kind of caught on in the session scene after that. The next two jigs are both Sean Ryan tunes. Go down low. The second tune is the Nightingale, and the third Cautioneer, there's the Golden Castle. It's a tune written by Junior Korean. And the second one I got from a friend who got from a tape of a friend, and he didn't have a name for it, and apparently the person he got the tune from didn't have a name for it either. And I've since looked around, and the only name I've found for it is the Chancellor, which is the name of a different hornpipe altogether. So if anyone has the proper name of this tune, let me know. But I'll call it the Chancellor for now. So Golden Castle and Cautioneer and the Chancellor. Broken Pledge. It's a great tune. Nice, dragging, mighty one. And the second tune is called The Gooseberry Bush. It's a nice little, nice big tune. I learned because of my friend and old dance teacher Marty Morrissey told me I had to learn it, and he was absolutely right. It's a great tune. And the third tune is The Maids of Castlebar. And I've learned 3 different versions of this over the years, and so I tend to play it whichever version happens to be played at the time. I'll kind of just listen and figure out who's playing what and all of that sort of thing. But I tend not to start this tune in a session because I have no idea where it would end up. But since I'm playing on my own, I have the freedom to play whatever wee part I so desire. So I'm going to do some mixing and matching and play something that you would never get away with playing in a session, and just kind of play what comes to my mind and see what comes out. Yeah, so The Broken Pledge, The Gooseberry Bush, and Maids of Castlebar. Let's see. This first one, Brendan Tonra's. Brendan Tonra's favorite. I think it was written for him, not by him. I'm not 100% sure on that. And the second tune is another Paddy Fahey tune. And this is another one that's played several different ways. It's sometimes played completely straight in G major. It's sometimes played completely straight in G minor. And it's often played in a combination of the two, with some accidentals here and there. And so I think the first time through I'll play it in G major, and then I'll kind of wonkify it. Kind of go minor and then go in between, which is how I've heard it played mostly, is with kind of some in-betweeny notes. So I will be intentionally in-betweeny at some points. So, on that tune. So, Brendan Tonra's and Paddy Fahey's. which seems a little counterintuitive because this is not exactly the instrument for light, fast playing. It's a bit heavy for that sound-wise, but I find these tunes kind of suit it well. The first one is called Nell Fees. It uses a nice wide range. The second tune is a very common tune called the Green Cottage Polka. It's nice and miry and dark and groovy. And the third one I got off of Cormac Begley's concertina CD that came out a few years ago. And he played it on a much higher concertina. So I'm taking it in the opposite direction and seeing how that goes. Yeah, Nell Fees, the Green Cottage, and the Camino polka. Whew. Okay, I'm going to start again. I'm going to scoot back. It's a bit I'm playing a couple of barn dances. I have heard proper names on these, but I don't remember what they are. I learned them as Jo bands. They're commonly played in G. I learned them in F from a person who learned them from Patrick Rousseau. So they've kind of gone through a few permutations before they got to me. But I've heard them played elsewhere in G and D and things like that. But if you put it in F on the fiddle and then you take it down to viola, it's in B flat. And it kind of gives it a nice change in tone. It's not as ringing, but it does sit nicely on this instrument. So a couple of barn dances, Jo band's barn dances, and they have other names as well. I'm sorry, I'll look them up in my name. Yeah, in B flat. Reels that were written for fiddle, and they're all very flashy, mighty tunes. The first one is the 4 Milestone, written by Andy Jarlis. So that one is probably the growliest tune I know. Second, I have The Green Fields of Glentown, a great Tommy Peoples tune, probably his best known composition. And then I'm finishing off with Maudabon Chapel, which is another Ed Reedy tune. So all written for fiddle, all really flashy tunes. Putting them on this instrument, I tried initially playing them as I would on the fiddle, but found that all the fast growlies kind of turned into mush on this big big guy, because you can only do so many times and have it actually ring. I've kind of taken these down a notch or two. Let's see if I can keep myself steady on this one to try and let it speak a bit more. Get this big fat string to actually do its job and sing. So here we go. The 4 Mile Stone, the green fields of Glentown.